race, I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit her, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Wentz first play going right to the air. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll go It's a gain of 34.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
And Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Brandon Faison. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's good for 28 yards. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into that.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. Again, Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And this will be taken at the 13. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Ryan. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first. Here's Wentz to throw. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Wentz going to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing is Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken at the goal line.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions.
Come on, my Ryan.
It doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. We're back now in KC. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Let's go, baby.
They go play action now. Ryan.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Ryan will throw again. This is caught. Touchdown.
Ashton Doolin,
A 24-yard touchdown.
and the Colts have made it a one-score game again.
Go, baby.
Here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this.
And
No
it's
way.
intercepted at the goal line.
Pass it the first
By
one.
Cameron Curl.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Come on, let's do this. We can still win this. We can still win this. Came back, baby. Come back for the century, baby.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
On play action, Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Go, baby.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
What?
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Ryan.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production.
No
And
way.
my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And this one will be returned
Oh
to
my
right
God,
on the
bro.
38-yard line.
Come on.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates.
How's that
Because
even
after the first
possible?
few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll go down at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. A carry now for McKissick. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right. Go ahead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
No way. What the fuck?
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 35 yards. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit down and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Hello.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet
What?
down? No, it's incomplete.
What the fuck?
And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw again is Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ashton Durlin with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
What the fuck? No way. Oh, God.
Touchdown, Washington.
Oh, my God.
79 yards. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth
Jesus
quarter.
Christ.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out, on this football game.
Fuck you.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the ball here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.
Yeah, bro. I have it right here. I recorded everything.
Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense.